Hello and welcome to MetroArts. I'm your host, Sophia Sanchez. Here on MetroArts, we highlight some of the best in the business, from fine artists, photographers, and performing artists, to cinematographers and musical artists, all from the Metro Detroit area. On today's show, our Checking In segment will feature dancer, choreographer, and teacher Karen Prall. We'll also meet voice artist, actor, and impressionist Ed Kelly, and feature the harp and vocal ensemble from the Lewis Cass Technical High School. We'd like to welcome dancer Karen Prall back to the Midtown studio at Wayne State. Hello.
Hi. You
were featured during MetroArts on our first season.
Yes.
And since then you've created another company called Tosangana. Tell us about how different they both are.
Well, the first company was just that. It was the first company, and we were trying to find our way and find the mission of what the company was going to be. We didn't even have a name. Now we are called Tosangana, and we know more of what that mission is for the dance company. We also, this is my first year to have a total new company. I have new people. Before I had people who had followed me for the first 4 years, excuse me. Wow. But now I have a new bunch, but I'm happy to have them because they are fabulous.
That's awesome.
Yes.
What does Tosangana mean?
Tosangana. One of the things that I thought about when I was trying to come up with a name for the company was, well, wait a minute. We have Wayne State University dancers, and then we also, Tosangana is a company where I can also bring in people who are not dance majors, so I thought bringing them together, okay, coming together. Tosangana means a coming together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
You have training in ballet, jazz, modern, and African dance.
Yes.
What made you decide to hone in on African dance and teach it?
You know, I started off with ballet and modern, and I loved it, and I still love modern dance. But there was something about the African dance that I loved, that I could bring more people into it, that more people could appreciate it, that more people had the opportunity to move, do this type of movement, play the music and all that, different colors, shapes, and sizes, and that's what I love about African dance. Everybody is invited and everybody can join into that.
That's great.
Yes.
And your company will be performing in studio today. What can we see? What will we be seeing?
You're going to have what we call Congo medley.
Ooh, what's that?
And the Congo medley is different movements and different rhythms from the Congo Brazzaville. Okay. So we have some wonderful dancers who are going to perform with this Congo medley and also in costume.
That's great.
Yes.
So where can we learn more about you and your company?
If you want to learn more about Tosangana, basically we do have a Facebook page under Tosangana, and we also, if you go on to Pipeline, go on to Wayne State University, find myself, one of the wonderful faculty members, then I can take you straight into Tosangana.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you for being here today.
Well, I thank you very much for having me.
Of course.
All right.
Up next, we have a performance of the Tosangana Dance Company. You're watching MetroArts on Detroit Public Television. Our next guest is an acclaimed voice actor and impressionist who has also acted in film and on stage. Let's welcome Ed Kelly to MetroArts Detroit. Welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
How did your career get started?
Gets a New Year's resolution, actually.
Nice. So how did it get started with that?
Well, I just decided that I didn't want to do retail. I didn't want to do other jobs that I was doing that I wasn't enjoying. And I always wanted to be on the radio, so that's what I decided to do.
You've worked with a lot of talented actors. What was your favorite project to work on?
So far, I think to date, there's a lot of, that's a very tough question, but The Double was a movie that I was in that was done here in Detroit when we had big film incentives with Topher Grace, Richard Gere, Martin Sheen. And the reason it was so fun is because I was on the national board of the Screen Actors Guild, and I kind of got to know Martin Sheen a little bit in LA. So we had some fun on the set together.
Nice, that's great. So you use your voice in a lot of your work. Mm-hmm. What's the best part of doing voiceover work?
Wow, the willing suspension of disbelief. You know, when you get into a studio and without the detraction of the visual, you can just kind of get into your zone and be almost anybody that you want to be.
Nice, nice. So who do you like to be? Who are your impressions?
Well, the big demand right now seems to be for movie trailer guy. Her name was Sophia. She did a program called MetroArts. And well, you know, it's just fun.
So your work has expanded across film, TV, radio. What, in your opinion, is the differences between each genre?
Radio, well, radio's dying a little bit, but it's reconstituting itself in a combination of digital and terrestrial. But I'm sorry, what was the question again? I got off on radio.
Let's
take that one.
What is the differences between each genre, in your opinion?
Well, radio's easy because you don't have to dress up. You don't have to do anything. When you get into television and film, then there's makeup. There's, you know, everything has to be coiffed just perfectly, sort of thing. You've got to worry about what you're wearing. You got to pull wardrobe the night before. It's a lot of, it's a lot more.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
Visual's a lot more work.
Do you have one preference over the other?
Yes, radio was my first love. My actual favorite is animation. I did a project called The Littlest Angel. I did 5 voices for it. It was a children's feature. And I really had a ball. I spent 2 days and I came out exhausted because it's very physical. You have characters falling down mountains and fighting and catching fire and all of the rest of that. So you've really got to be real about that. So it's actually physically demanding because people can hear whether or not you're using your diaphragm.
Wow, I never thought about that. So it's really physical.
Yeah, that particular feature was, yeah.
Sure, sure. And you have a few self-named projects, including the Ed Kelly Show, Ed Kelly and Company. Can you tell us about that?
Ed Kelly Show was my introduction to television. I was in Winnipeg and an ad agency approached me and they said, we'd like to do a show. And they made a claymation copy of my head, and it was when the Sony camera came out that took 1 frame at a time.
Nice.
And I'd never seen me in claymation before. I said, I'm there, I'll do that. So
nice.
Yeah, it kind of ran before Letterman. So to this day I can go back to Winnipeg and they'll say, people go, why do I know that face? You know.
Great. And we have a clip of your work. Can you tell us about that?
This was something, I formed a small company with a guy named Jeff Reneker, and he said, you know what we should do is just a little video, quick and dirty. He didn't say dirty, but a quick production that will showcase some of your impressions.
Great. Let's take a look.
And now, 50 voices from impressionist Ed Kelly. But first, Ed's new headshot.
Children, listen up, or else. It's a story about Mary, who had a little lamb. She kept it fat and plastered. And then the price of pork went up. She shot the little bastard. It was ugly. It was blood everywhere. Not nice. That's life.
I'm having an old lamb for dinner. Can you hear the lambs, Clarice?
Yay! Now you go, sir. Yay! This is Tom Brokaw from NBC Nightly News. Tonight, a very special report, the latest on dyslexia, a Poor Fart series.
Hey, it's me, Tony. Listen up. You know how an Italian Christmas is different from yours? We got one Jesus, one Mary, and 32... We got one Jesus, one Mary, and 32 wise guys. You got that? Now you laugh, or you're gonna go home in a box.
Did somebody say box? I know how to box.
I know how to tell riddles too. Yeah. Here's one. What has 4 legs and no ears? My dog. Shut up.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog. I'm sure glad I don't have ears.
Well, maybe not, Mr. Frog, but I hear you guys taste just like chicken. I like chicken. Mr. Typhon, you're despicable. Long as he doesn't like rabbit, Doc.
Our producer has organized a game for us where basically you give impressions and I have to guess who you are. So here we go, let's go.
Okay. Sophia, how you doing? MetroArts, that's the host. See, MetroArts, I figured they did a bunch of, suspiciously well-groomed dudes coming in, just denying that they buy.
Okay, pass, I can't. I don't.
Sophia, that rhymes with Maria.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, well, let me see. Do I have glasses? I can't see a
Tim
thing.
Gunn.
I didn't even get my glasses on. Okay. I know.
Here's a long-distance dedication for my wife, Jean. Would you put me in the ground and reach for the stars?
Pass, I don't know this one.
Okay.
I love this purple dress, except I have the same one. Hello.
Miss Piggy, Miss Piggy.
Very good.
Okay.
Oh dear, oh bother. Do you think craft services could come up with a smackerel of honey for Tigger?
Oh, thanks a lot, Pooh.
Tigger. You said it.
No, wrong.
We're moving on.
Okay.
I got that one.
That's your script. No.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, we're good. We're good. Perfect. Where can people learn more about you?
I have a website, edkelly.tv.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Great. Thank you. You're watching MetroArts Detroit, produced at Wayne State University.
Yeah.
And now let's welcome Lydia Cleaver to MetroArts. She's the director of the harp and vocal ensemble from the Lewis Cass Technical High School. Hello.
Hello.
This marks the 90th anniversary of the harp ensemble. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did it start?
It started in 1925. The then music department head, Clarence Byrne, decided that Cass Tech's music department should offer every instrument known to Western music, and so he got harps on consignment and brought them to the school, and that's how it began.
That's great. How important is music education to its students?
Music education is extremely important to students at Cass. It's extremely important in Detroit Public Schools. We have a long history, a long legacy of musical excellence, as you know, in the city of Detroit and at Cass Tech as well.
Nice. So it seems like alumni come back to direct. How did you become the current director?
Well, as you said, I am an alum, and my former director, Pat Terry Ross, she was there for 32 years, and her teacher before her was there for 42 years, I believe. I think I have my numbers correct. And so when Pat decided to retire, she reached back, and I was teaching elementary music at that point. And it's unusual to have a harpist who's also a music educator in the system, so she brought me to Cass Tech with the approval of the principal, and that's how I started teaching there.
Nice, so it sounds like quite a legacy.
Yes, it is.
Great. How many people are in the ensemble?
The ensemble consists of 21 singers currently and 1 student harpist. Normally there are 2. This year we have 1, and hopefully next semester we'll have another student harpist.
That's awesome. And what's the process of auditioning?
Singers have to sing a solo.
Sure.
And they have to sight read music. And there's an interview process to make sure that the ensemble will be a good fit for them. And with harpists, they are invited, depending on their skill level, to perform with the ensemble.
That's wonderful. Where can we learn more about you and in Cass Tech?
You can learn more about the ensemble by visiting our websites. We have the Harp and Vocal Ensemble has a website. There are also some YouTube videos available, and there's a short documentary online by Vimeo.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Lydia.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Sure. And now let's enjoy a performance of the ensemble. We hope you enjoyed today's show. I would like to thank our guests, Karen Prall and her dancers, Ed Kelly and Lydia Cleaver, along with the harp and vocal ensemble from Lewis Cass Technical High School. Remember, you can watch any of our shows online at MetroArtsDetroit.com and find us on social media. I'm your host, Sophia Sanchez, reminding you to seek out inspiration and explore the arts in your community.